Hey lovely readers, so this video is my wrap up for the month of July. I read around 12 books. I'm actually on the 12th book, but it's only July 28th, so I'll finish it before the month, and it's kind of a step down from the previous month, which was around 18 books, but that's okay because I had a lot of things to do and I was sick for a whole week and I was not able to read a thing. So okay, let's start off. I read Jodi Picoult and Samantha Leer's Between the Lines. This is a contemporary, something that has a bit of fairy tale in it and stuff. It's, for me, I felt it was more middle grade than young adult, and I gave it 3 stars. Then I read Cold Fury by T.M. Goeglein, and this is it's actually part of a series. It talks about a girl whose family is part of the mafia. She finds out, the Italian mafia. And basically her parents and her younger brother get kidnapped and she has to find them and all that. And the beginning was kind of slow and then the middle was kind of confusing, but the ending was amazing and I cannot wait for the second book, and I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Wake by Amanda Hocking. I know everyone's been talking about Amanda Hocking and how they love her trilogy and all that stuff, but for Wake I was kind of disappointed. I gave it 3.5 stars, but I felt like there was something missing. The beginning was pretty like, wow, okay, this book is going to be pretty scary, creepy, but then after the sort of like the, what do they call it? Sort of like the prologue. Exactly, the prologue was like, wow. And then after that it was kind of like, until like the end, and I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much. I hoped I would enjoy it more, but I gave it 3.5. Then I also read Zoe Letting Go by Nora, and this book talks about a girl who finds herself in an institution for girls with eating disorders. And the thing is, she doesn't know why she's there. Her mom wakes her up in the middle of the night, she's like, okay, let's go, we gotta go, and she dumps her there. I was kept on wondering, what the hell is wrong? Why is she in the institute if she thinks that there's nothing wrong with her? But then at the end, you kind of understand why she's there, and it was really good. I gave it 3.5 stars. See, my 3.5 stars depend. There's 3.5 stars, which the books are good, but they're not up to a 4-star, but there's this 3.5 stars where the book I had like such high expectations of them, and then they just didn't meet them, but they were still good, so I give them 3.5. So yeah. Okay, next book that I read. These are all contemporaries because I was like in such a contemporary mood lately, so I read a lot of contemporaries. I read My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This book has been getting the ravest reviews ever from like everyone, and I could not wait. This book talks about a girl who has neighbors and they have like 10 kids or something, and she basically stalks them. Okay, so she looks at them all the time from a window, wishing she could join in on the fun and stuff, and then she does one day. It's cute. It's not for younger adults. It's more for like older adults. Older young adults or whatever, but it was a really good book, and I actually have a swag giveaway of My Life Next Door on the blog right now, so if you guys want to check it out, make sure you do. And there's also an interview with Huntley herself. Another book that I read is 7 Clues to Winning You, and it is by Kristin Walker, and I was in the mood for contemporary, and there were so many, so I didn't know what to pick. So I just looked through them and read their synopsis, and I loved this one. It was amazing. I loved it. And I gave it 4 stars, the same as My Life Next Door. And this is more like young adult, and it was really cute. And yeah, you guys should check it out. Then I read Jennifer Echols' Such a Rush, and oh my god, this book is so good. I gave it 5 stars, and I'm just so happy for Jennifer Echols. Like, her last book, the one that I want, I did not like it that much. It was okay for me, and I was kind of disappointed because I love every single one of her books, every single one. And then I read the one that I want, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I hoped for better. And then this comes, and I'm like, okay, yeah. But no, seriously, this book is amazing. The character, the protagonist, I have never read a protagonist like her. Like, she is so unique. She doesn't care what everyone thinks. She does what she wants, and her voice is amazing, and she's a pilot. Like, how fantastic is that? And yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. You guys need to read this one. So next book that I read was Confessions of an Angry Girl by Louise Rozett. This book is actually part of a series. The second book comes out next year and it is called Confessions of an Almost Girlfriend. I'm kind of loving and hating that there's a sequel because the ending, but I'm glad there's a sequel because I love this book. So this book talks about a girl whose dad died and her mom is basically turned into a zombie, and her brother went into a different state for school, for university. And basically, she's a geek until one day she kisses this guy, okay? But he has a girlfriend, and it's all like, you know, how and all that stuff. And I loved her voice too. She was pretty awesome. And there's also a lot of best friends issues. Her best friend becomes a cheerleader, and there's like problems with that. I won't say that this is cliched because it really isn't. This girl is like, she's a geek, but then she's not a geek, and like there's no labeling. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I read it in like less than 2 days. And I gave it 4 or 4.5 stars. Not sure yet. Okay. So another book that I read is This Is Not Happening. This Is So Not Happening by Kieran Scott. Finally, this is the third and last book in the series of the He So She So. And the book was good. It was actually very predictable. Like, I knew what the ending was going to be. I think everyone knew what the ending was going to be. I actually hoped it would have been a different ending, even though it wouldn't have been the happy ending. But I'm not going to talk about it because it will ruin the first 2 books for you guys. But I hated Jake in this book. I really hated Jake. And I also hated the female protagonist, which I forgot her name. Whatever. And she just annoyed me. So I gave 3.5 stars. Another book that I read was Defiance by C.J.Redwine. This book is paranormal. Everyone's like in love with this book. I heard the bravest reviews for this book. But I had a problem with this, and it is that the characters sort of separate, like for more than half of the book. And that kind of annoyed me and frustrated me, and I just wanted them to be together because I love it when the characters go on a journey together, like Under the Never Sky by Rowan Karasi. And this actually hinted on that, and then they just took it away, and I was so annoyed. But I gave it 4 stars. The ending was also very weird. I did not understand the ending. I just hope that the second book clarifies more things than the first one did. Okay, and the last book that I read this month is Fury by Elizabeth Miles, and this book is the first book in the Fury trilogy, and it talks about these 3 paranormal girls in this book. They're portrayed as girls, and basically they're the ones that they're like karma. You do something bad, they do something bad to you, only 10 times worse. So yeah, this book was good. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I cannot wait to read the second one. Okay, so the last book that I'm reading right now is The Unnaturalists by Tiffany Trentt. This book is steampunk. I am actually a bit more than halfway through. This book is it's like I'm just not feeling this book. I'm reading it, yeah, but I'm thinking, when will the story happen? It's like it's very jumbled up. There's a lot of things going on. It's steampunk. It's kind of dystopian. There's a lot of different types of people, creatures, and half of the time I don't understand what these creatures are, and I'm trying to figure out how they're related to whatever. And thing is, they don't give a clear explanation about each creature. I just wish, like, at the end of the book you can see like a list of the creatures and what they are, or the people and what they are, or the roles and stuff, so that I could keep on flipping back every 5 seconds or every 5 pages. But it's good. I just hope there was more clarifications at the beginning to who's who and what's what. But so far it's around 3.5. Not sure yet. Hopefully I finish this today. So these are all the books. They're 12 books exactly, and yeah, that's it. Sorry for the long video. Bye.